안녕하세요, 여러분.
Welcome, everyone.
새해 복 많이 받으세요. Happy Korean Lunar New Year. Woo! Welcome back to Joyful Climate News, also known as the Alma and Stephanie Show. Hey, Stephanie.
Hello, Alma.
It's been a while since we've done this, so I've been feeling a little bit rusty, but there's a lot of joyful things we have to share, so I'm excited.
Me too. I'm really excited. Did you have a good Lunar New Year?
I did. I had a wonderful Lunar New Year. I got to visit family, and also we then watched the Super Bowl together, which was the day after the Lunar New Year, February 10th. It's actually the main tradition in Korean culture, which is to visit your family and to visit your parents and your ancestors, and then to eat tteokguk, which is flat rice cake soup. So we did go out and do that, and it was delicious.
I misunderstood and thought you were going to say that the main tradition is to watch the Super Bowl. And I was about to be like, I'm not sure, Alma. But I watched the Super Bowl also. That halftime show with my main man Usher. So,
Right. Okay, so I'm watching the halftime show, secretly wishing that Jungkook is going to come out because they did that huge collaboration to Jungkook's solo song, Standing Next to You. Too bad, but there were some really other excellent cameos in that halftime show. So speaking of the Super Bowl, Stephanie, you were telling me about the renewable energy at the Super Bowl. You want to say more about that?
Yes, the whole stadium was powered by renewable energy. In fact, when I went to the Climate Reality Project training in Las Vegas a couple years ago, last year, time flies, we flew over the solar array that they're currently working on to power Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is working on renewable energy.
That is so heartening because that is such a huge impact, sports events, in terms of how massive they are and how much energy is used.
Yeah, I thought that was incredible that they powered that whole stadium on renewable energy.
Anything else joyful that you want to share in your life before we get to joyful climate news?
I'm on break, so I am going to the Georgia Aquarium next week, which is arguably the best aquarium in the world. I'm waiting to see. I've been to Monterey. I haven't been to the aquariums in Japan yet, which are the other runners-up. So we'll see.
Okay, well, we can't wait to hear about it afterwards, after you get back. You want to kick us off with anything joyful in the climate news lately? Stephanie.
Yeah, I was just reading this really interesting article about this new Inuit app that is basically social mediating, that's not a word, but it is now, social mediating ice levels and wildlife appearances and other really important things that are happening in Inuit, not country, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Areas? Territory?
Yes. And so, yeah, how cool is that to combine millennia's worth of indigenous knowledge in an app and then updating it real time with what's happening on the ground now. I just think that's such an amazing collaboration of science and technology and indigenous knowledge.
Speaking of indigenous knowledge, this is a great segue into talking about the next event that we're doing together. So, as many people know already, both Stephanie and I are very involved in the Climate Reality Project. And I've been very involved up here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And Stephanie, you're now the chair of the San Diego chapter.
That is correct. Chapter chair, woot woot.
Woohoo! And so in our climate justice team up in the Bay Area, we have this long-standing 3+ year Indigenous Voices project where we've been learning as much as we can about how to back and think about Indigenous communities and listen to Indigenous wisdom, knowledge, and science as it relates to ending the climate crisis. And so we are planning to kick off Earth Month on April 1st with a program, and it's going to be co-sponsored by the San Diego chapter of Climate Reality.
May I say I'm so happy it's now Earth Month because soon it started off as Earth Day and now it's Earth Month, and soon it will be Earth Year.
Yes.
And we need it. We need it.
We need Earth Year, but I'm definitely glad it's Earth Month. I think that's a really good way to go. But we are here to motivate climate activism and stop the climate crisis and bring the temperatures down. So whatever you take from our program, whatever inspiration you take, we want to hear about it.
Definitely. We want to hear what you are doing to alleviate the climate crisis, because everyone can do something. Everyone can do something. But this program is going to be great. If you're not sure what you can do, that's a great start. Come learn more. You can always learn more. The program is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. I wanted to say one more thing about in our Indigenous Voices project is this concept of Indigenous science. I actually find it incredibly exciting. But the first person I heard talk about it was one of our Indigenous Voices speakers at our chapter, Teresa Harlan, who is the director of the Alliance for Felix Cove. And she is Coast Miwok, and she's in Coast Miwok territory. And she's been talking about the national park system, but she did use this term Indigenous science. So anything else, joyful climate news to share, Stephanie?
I heard through the grapevine that there's going to be another story coming out via Climate Hope.
I think the grapevine is true. We have another joyful climate story coming out, and it's called The Joy of Diving, with our very own Pia Cortez, the creative director of Climate Hope and Dancing for Climate Justice.
I love her, and I love diving. I'm real excited about this new edition.
It's a beautiful video. It has a bunch of footage from her dives. It has a bunch of information about kind of the coral tracking that they've been doing and how it's inspired her to get involved and stay motivated around climate action.
That's incredible and incredibly important. Citizen scientists in all parts of the world collecting data on coral and our marine organisms is so important. Important.
She's been a huge part of that. So any final thoughts about joyful climate news or what's next for you, Stephanie?
Great question. I will see you all at our event on April 1st. You can always catch me on the social medias, be that mostly Instagram, but we also have a Facebook and a YouTube and a Threads. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and following and interacting. Comment. What are you doing to help with the climate crisis? We want to hear from you, especially if we've inspired you in any way. That would be deeply meaningful to us to hear from you.
So we have places on our websites where you could make comments. You can reach out to us directly, or you can comment on our socials. But we're in this phase right now where we're working on getting qualitative reports from people. Is there something in particular you love about our videos or about our posts? Is there anything particular about like this segment that we just did today that might inspire you? And in what way does it inspire you to do something around climate action? And what would you like to hear about the next time we do Joyful Climate News? Or what else would you like to see on climatehope.us or Dancing for Climate Justice?
I know what I want to see. I want to see more videos of Alma dancing. I always want to see more videos of Alma dancing. They're my favorite.
Oh, you're the sweetest, Stephanie. I want to see more pictures of you hugging trees.
Yes, we can make that happen. I love hugging trees.
That's great. Also, one of the things that we've been wondering in Dancing for Climate Justice, which was a whole site and project built on dancing to BTS, is what to do now that all the members of BTS are in the military service, because the first one's not coming out till later this year. So then I was like, maybe I'll just wear this hanbok and do all the dances again. So we'll see what's possible.
That's a great idea, and you look great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So happy Korean New Year.
Happy Lunar New Year, everyone. Happy Super Bowl, if that's a thing. Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate, and whatever you're celebrating in life, do it with joy and with hope. And Alma, say your line.
So go out there, take action to end the climate crisis and to end racism. Stay connected, stay joyful. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.